안녕하세요. 저는 Carrie입니다. American Ajumma. Welcome to Aigocentric. Today I'm going to talk about things I would not miss if K-dramas never did them again. Just stopped completely and they went away forever. Don't want it. The dreaded pinprick for indigestion or any kind of apayo. I do not like these scenes. I think it's really more old school Korean than it is modern Korean culture. But either way, I'm not even going to pull up clips to show you. You've seen it if you've watched K dramas. I cannot stand, like my toes curl when they start those scenes. And the person getting the finger pricked, they're never willing. They're always like, no, 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 ow! And it creeps me out. Like, I don't ever want to see it. Stop doing it. Some of us have needleophobia. I'll look up the word later. Okay, so it turns out there are a lot of names for that particular kind of phobia, which I don't have. I just happen to find the thumb pricking a cringeworthy scenario that I could do without in K-dramas. It's not like I have a problem or anything. Pity upsell, that's all I'm saying. The time lapse. I think this might be the worst offender for me. I despise the time lapse. How many times have you been watching a K-drama? Many episodes, days, weeks. Okay, it was one day, you stayed up all night, and you're really into the couple, and it looks like they're gonna get together, and then up on the screen, 1 year later, sometimes 2 years later. What the hell, K-dramas? This does two things. One, it completely takes the wind out of the sails of the romance. How am I supposed to feel it's been 2 years? It's been 2 seconds for me. And number two, it completely takes us out of the story. Now we are completely disconnected, and they've never kept in touch. They'll meet again and say, well, you could have written, you could have called, well, if I did, I knew I would come right back, or some other BS thing, for some reason that they had to spend 365 days away from the love of their life. That's 365 mornings and nights and meals and walks and exercise. Everything else you do in the course of your day, they did without having any contact. I'm instantly no longer invested in this couple. It is a very good way to make a great ending turn into a meh ending. Lack of culpability. I have watched more than a few dramas where the villain does all manner of heinous acts against the protagonist and is never properly held accountable. You know who you are, her legend. Spoiler alert, no, I don't want you to think I don't have a forgiving nature. I have a heart of gold. But when I see somebody tortured for 18 episodes from childhood to adulthood, and they literally have their life stolen from them, and when that's not enough, the evil person then tries to frame them for fraud they didn't commit. When I see all of that going on, yeah, I want a little revenge. The problem that I see with this kind of writing is the imbalance between the atrocities that this character has committed and their redemption, which we are supposed to accept in half an episode, even though we have seen injustice after injustice for 18 episodes. And the only real catalyst for this remorse is that they were caught. Now, I know it's silly to say something in a K-drama is unrealistic because, well, of course it is, but actually I do expect a reasonable expectation of my suspension of belief. That's a mouthful, I know, but what it means is when somebody does horrible things for all of those episodes, I have a hard time believing that they would suddenly become remorseful when nothing stopped them from doing everything short of killing that person in the first place. Now, I will accept people being able to hide pregnancies for a year or getting people thrown in jail just because they want to, even though the person didn't do anything. And I will even accept ghosts. But please don't try to tell me that a sociopath is suddenly a good person because you need to wrap it up. The frozen kiss. Now this is going to make me sound like the dirty old lady that I am, but the kiss in a K-drama is very important, and a lot goes into that. Writing, directing, lighting, styling, the meet cute is there, the dialogue is there, the audience has been invested, and when you finally come together to kiss, we're watching. Some kisses stand out as more awkward than other ones, and I'm not going to mention any names, but I think in Korean her initials are Park Shin Hye. No, I know she is working on it, I will say that. And some people feel it is the direction she's being given. I do not think that is the case. I think it is an actor's choice. And certainly she's not the only person to do this. But look at this. I've had more romantic looks on my face at the dentist when I was about to get root canal. I would be remiss if I didn't note that in recent years, Koreans have come a long way in their kissing scenes. Even though this one needs to be retired, there was a time when it was the only kind of a kiss you'd see.
I love you.
진짜요? 나도 사랑해요. Thank you for watching iGocentric. I hope you'll be sure and like, subscribe, tell your friends about us. Come on back. I even come with a very high, respectable, enthusiastic reference.
들어가시면 되겠어.
Oh, like you don't have creepy pale friends who talk to the dead. Oh, hi! I just got in from the airport. Yeah, I spent 2 years finding myself. Nothing really changed, but I have become glamorous. I really didn't have to go anywhere, but nobody showed up at the airport to stop me, so I guess I'll just upload this vlog.